Sure. Well, first of all, it's good to see everyone, and obviously a very exciting time of year, getting football season started. Yeah, I think it usually takes 3 to 4 games to really kind of define your identity, and it's constantly evolving as the season goes. But when you look at first games, it's always the games of the unknowns. So many things that you don't know about your opponent, with now obviously the transfer portal and newcomers coming in, changes in scheme, but also, from our team in terms of leadership, how do we respond to adversity? How do we respond to going into a great environment for college football and playing, all those things that go into playing winning football. But obviously very excited to get going, to go on the road and play a football program on national television, first game out of College Game Day, and playing the University of Oklahoma. It's going to be a great challenge for us. Really good football team, top 25 football team, top 25 football program. So again, a great challenge, but also a great opportunity for us as well.
Thank you, Coach. Let's go over to Luke Matheson. Luke, please go ahead.
Hey, Butch, obviously, I know year three, you're expecting a lot this year. Where do you feel your team is right now compared to this time last year? And what are your overall thoughts on how fall camp went for
you? Yeah, like we've spoke about numerous times, this is our fourth program taking over, and, every dynamic has been different within those 4 different football programs, and where you're at and where, the culture was and all that. I've kind of alluded to, really year one was really year zero. When you think about it, all we did was field a team and try to compete. I thought we took monumental strides in terms of our culture last year. And really we're treating this like year two. The culture's night and day different. But it's still, we only have 11 seniors on our roster. We're going to have to play an inordinate amount of true freshmen. But I like where we're at in terms of our growth and our development as a football program, a football team. Our players have done a really, really good job throughout the course of training camp. They understand the expectations, the culture. I think our connection and our connectivity as a football team is completely different as well. And we have players that love football and they love being here and they want to be coached and they want to do well. So it's our job to continue to teach them and coach them. But, I think being able to stack 2 back-to-back recruiting classes that are very talented, they're still very young, especially in the lines of scrimmage. But again, I like where we're at. We'll know a little bit more. I mean, when you play a quality opponent like Oklahoma, everything that you do can be exposed. What I mean is fundamentals, details, simple things of your hand placement, the violence and mentality that you play with, your style of play, the discipline to execute play in and play out, the ability to handle the clutter and distractions of the crowd noise and all those things that go into being a mature football team and being able to go on the road and perform and play winning football. All that goes into it. So I'll know a little bit more where we're at as the season progresses. But I've said it from day one. I like our team. I like our players. I like their demeanor. I like their mental disposition. I like all that. But we're going to find out in a hurry just how much progress we've made and what type of progress we need in moving forward.
We'll go over to Jeremy Harper.
Hey, Butch. We talked about the offensive line a lot, how much progress it's made from spring to now. What's another position group that you think is going to have a big leap forward?
Well, I think, probably our most competitive position on offense is a running back position. The progress that Jaquez Cross has made in 1 year in our football program is really impressive. He's added the weight that he's needed to. He's really turned into a running back that's been extremely durable ever since spring, and he's been very reliable. He'll be our kickoff returner as well. So he's really, really worked really hard. He has great competitive character. So I think, that's the progress we're making in our program. When you add the running back of Wallace from UT Martin. I think Zach has done a really good job of coming in here. He's extremely competitive. He gives another different dynamic to the room. with his size and his stature and his competitiveness. So I think just the evolution of Zach Wallace, Jaquez Cross, and then Brian Sneed's had a very good offseason as well. So I think when you look at those individuals and the progress that they've made, I feel really good about the running back room.
Go over to Chris Hutchinson. Chris, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you two things about the status health-wise of the team and the quarterback, competition. Is it still ongoing? Have you kind of figured out in terms of naming a starter for this week?
Well, I was kind of waiting for that question. In terms of naming a starting quarterback, we're going to take one more day. We're going through everything. We want to make sure we make the right decision in moving forward. So we'll make that determination tomorrow. We'll announce that in the press conference. But, like I said, not only do we need to name a starting quarterback, but really we need all three individuals to continue to grow and develop and play winning football for us. And as we know, you need more than just one quarterback, and really been encouraged by all three individuals, how much they've grown throughout the course of training camp. So been excited about that. In terms of our health, we're fairly healthy right now. Obviously, you have some nicks and bruises that are associated through a long training camp. But right now, we expect everybody to be available for Oklahoma.
Thank you. And thank you, Coach. Do appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us today.